It is a problem police say plagues city parks. Illegal sex acts, some in plain sight, others hidden in the woods. Now the Columbus Police Vice Division is hitting it harder, taking surveillance up a notch. Officers are now using surveillance video to prove every case in court.
They are. 10 TV's Ashley Berry went undercover as detectives made arrests on camera. We want to warn you, some of the content could be disturbing to watch.
One after another, we observed cars pull into the parking lot at Helsel Park. And while some drivers waited, others headed straight for the woods. Detectives say during the lunch hour, it's a routine that happens like clockwork.
Seems to be just a revolving door, just constantly happens.
We are only identifying this Columbus Police Vice Squad detective as Stevens. He works undercover all over Columbus to try and catch people performing illegal sexual acts in city parks. We're talking about public indecency, whether it be exposing themselves to others or having sex along these public walking trails.
We consider it just sexual deviant behavior. I think it's just a rush to see if they can get away with it out here in the public.
He allowed 10 TV to go along because he said he wants the public to be aware. It wasn't long before Detective Stevens had an encounter. He says this 49-year-old man repeatedly exposed himself to him in the car and then says he gestured to him to go into the woods.
Right here is not good.
Can go back in there.
I thought here was okay. What are you looking for?
Whatever.
Yeah, if you want to go back, that's all right.
But he didn't get very far.
Hey, your arrest. That's my deed.
The 49-year-old man was arrested for public indecency and taken to jail. About an hour later, Detective Stevens says he met another man looking for sex. In this case, Stevens says the 69-year-old man, who already has a public indecency charge on his record, stood very close to the edge of the woods when he exposed himself, and just feet from this family.
There's kids around, there's kids in the car. I see business people down here eating lunch.
It's scary as a mom, having him running around because he's very active and he likes, being adventurous. So I never know what's in the woods.
In none of these cases have we had an instance where there's been any violence or there's been anyone approaching children or anything along those lines. But by the same token, this is something that we don't want to encourage in our park areas.
The Columbus Recreation and Parks Department tells 10 TV, quote, "We're as much a victim as the public is. We will continue to enforce codes and laws, but there's no easy answer to change this type of behavior. We are always looking at how to address the problem." It's behavior that city leaders and law enforcement officers say they will continue to prosecute.
You will be arrested. As a police officer, we can only do our job, and then the rest is up to the courts.
Reporting in Columbus, Ashley Berry, 10 TV News.